We are not doctors. Nothing in this podcast should be taken as medical advice. Consult your physician before starting any workout routine. This is the Martial Heart Podcast.
Hello, everybody. It is September 1st, 2024, and this is the Martial Heart with today's update. Today was an interesting day, to say the least. Went and did some shopping. Needed to do some grocery shopping, so I decided to go along so I could get my walking in for the day. Still doing the 5-minute walking, and decided that, walking around Walmart might be a good way to get my steps in and get that 5-minute walk in. Of course, we were there longer than 5 minutes. And according to my phone, inside the store, I apparently walked 0.94 miles, which is fine. It's not that far. But as we were rolling up to the front, because we were finished shopping, I started to crash really hard. I got really, really tired and really, really weak. And was kind of shaky and just unstable. I wasn't like passing out. I wasn't collapsing. I wasn't doing any of that. But it was just all of the energy had drained out of me, it seemed like. So I felt like I was really hungry, and that might have had something to do with it, because I probably hadn't eaten enough yet so far in the day. So anyway, got home and, ate something real quick. And then we had a regular meal. And I laid down to rest because I still felt really, really tired and really, really weak. And before I knew it, I had been out for a little more than 2 hours. I crashed. I literally just, boom, was out. And like two and a half hours later, woke up and felt better, but it was just really weird. I don't typically, feel that tired during the middle of the day after having only been up for 6 hours or so. But it was weird. But I slept, and I guess I got over it. I don't know. I feel okay now, up and around, doing everything. I don't have those same issues. I don't feel weak. I don't feel overly tired. But I guess, that was more than a 5-minute walk, and I guess I should have, maybe not done it. I don't know. Might be a little bit too much walking for, at this point. But I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal. But apparently it wore me out, and it caused me to have to take a lengthy nap. But I guess, if that's the worst that happens at this point, then I'm okay with it. I guess I can. Look, there's my alarm going off to take my medicine that I just took before I started recording this. So, anyway, that's it for my update for today. Yesterday was an interesting day. I hung out with my mom and dad for a while, and Dad fell while I was there, so that was kind of scary. We really are going to have to come up with a solution for him, like maybe a wheelchair or something. Because anyway, it's a long story with my father's medical issues, and I'm not going to really go into it, but we have to figure out a way to keep him from getting dizzy and falling. The doctors aren't helping him very much to try to figure that one out, but I got my reminder this week of the cardiac therapy, cardiac rehab that's starting on the 4th. So that'll be Wednesday. I will start Wednesday. I got a new webcam so that I can actually do some YouTube videos that are going to look a little bit better. And I have this interesting little studio set up in my house up on the second floor. It's just an old table that we used to use a lot and we don't use anymore. have my laptop, my microphones, my audio interface, camera, a light, and I think I'm okay. There's not much in the way of backdrop. You're just looking at the corner of this room and a bookshelf that has a bunch of random stuff on it. It doesn't even have books on it. But anyway, you'll see it. It's got helmets and stuff. Yeah, because I do weird things. I have weird things. And I like weird things. So behind me are going to be weird things. I suppose I could swap it with this other bookshelf that actually has books and things on it, but that's boring. Don't want to do that. I don't know. Is it worth it to invest in like a professional backdrop thing? Or I have no pictures on the wall here. Actually, probably that's what I should do. I should, put some pictures up. Something other than just looking at this bare corner with a small bookshelf in it. Other than that, I think I'm okay for today. I had less nausea this morning with a routine. So I didn't waste any time after taking my medicine. I did a protein shake and stuff to get something on my stomach. And didn't seem to have as big of an issue with the nausea today. But I don't know if I really don't know. I have no idea if it's weeding. I have no idea if it's, my eating habits or what it is that's causing it to happen. So maybe I can figure out more this week when I go to the cardiac rehab people. So, I'm not ready to go, go to a karate class yet or, go for a jog, which I don't jog anyway. So don't let me fool you if you hear me say something about jogging or what. I don't jog. I've had bad knees since I was 19 and a bad hip, and I've never enjoyed running. So running is not something I'm just going to randomly start doing. So it probably could be my duress code. If you read a text from me that says I'm going for a jog, probably means I've been kidnapped. But that's where we are. And I'm going to do some more videos. YouTube. I've got the YouTube channel up. And this is... It took me 2 days to figure out how to do the banner on the top of the page because I kept following the instructions. I kept following the instructions that are actually on the YouTube settings page, and they're wrong. They don't work. So I don't know what the deal is with me and instructions lately, but every time I'm reading instructions or I'm given instructions, they're wrong. They're for the wrong situation or the wrong whatever, and it doesn't work. So I kept following their recommendations. Didn't work. Not very good. So I eventually figured it out kind of on accident. So now the banner is up, but it's pretty sad. It took me 2 days to figure out how to put the banner on there in the appropriate size. So I've got everything that I should need for now to do more podcasting and do some videos. And I have a new studio. It's an open source editing studio thing, OBS studio, that I'm learning how to use. It's very frustrating. I did some playing around with it when I first opened it up this morning after downloading it, and I was able to make it work fine. Walked away from it for a few hours and sat down to do something else with it, and it didn't work. Nothing was working. It was insane. So I'm not sure how that's going to turn out, but kind of cool being able to overlay things. It's kind of a neat little open source tool, and that means free. It's open source, and it looks pretty cool. But I'm going to give that a shot. I might use that for some of the YouTube videos. And it can do live streaming. I have a couple of different options for doing live streaming on YouTube and things. So I'm considering doing that. The audience will have to grow before I do that. I'm not going to live stream for 2 people. But, that's something that is available to me in the future. I can do audio only live streaming, or I can do YouTube live streaming at this point. So there's all sorts of interesting and fun things that I can do now. If I have time to do them, I'm, hopefully here within the next couple of weeks, I'll be returning to a normal work life, which will mean I'll have less time to sit down and do these things, but I'm still going to have to sit down and do these things because it's not really a diary if you don't do it, right? So that's where I'll be working and then trying to keep everyone abreast of what's happening with my condition. Tired. Yeah, still dealing with the nausea issue. That's probably medicine related. And apparently I get worn out from walking around in a Walmart, which is enough to wear anybody out. But I think I thought I was capable of more than I actually was this morning. So I may have overextended myself a little bit. But I took a nap, recovered, and back to it tomorrow. I'll be doing my 5-minute walk on the treadmill. So everyone have a safe weekend. It's Labor Day weekend. So, enjoy your day off tomorrow if you're lucky enough to have it off. And be safe. And, hey, if you're in Cleveland, go to the Cleveland Air Show. I don't know what the weather's going to be like. It just started raining. I don't know if that's going to last, but I guess the Cleveland Air Show, Labor Day, every year. So the Blue Angels will be up there. So, hey, if you're in town, you want to go see something cool, go watch some airplanes fly around at the air show. I've been. It's great. Usually every time I went, it was scorching hot, and it was just ridiculously hot. And you're standing on nothing but a bunch of concrete and tarmac and stuff. So there's no escaping the heat that's just radiating off of the ground coming up at you. So hopefully tomorrow maybe the weather will be nice and people won't get burned up out there. But I'm not going. I'm not going this year. So anyhow, that's it. I'm going to hit this outro music. I still don't have the new outro music yet. The person is still working on it. I think they still have a couple of days left to figure that one out. So until I talk to you again, which will probably be tomorrow, everyone be safe. Thanks for joining me.